folks, welcome back to day 14. On the last episode, you can see it right there, Observer gave us the challenge that we unlocked from 50,000 of you subscribing, which is now that I have to kill a mob while wearing its own head, and no wither skeletons, which sucks because I have a wither skull in here, but nope, no wither skeletons, I guess. So, you might notice, or notice a lack thereof, is that I moved the creeper farm. It was broken there, something with like the spawn protection chunks. We took it into a testing world. Observer used that little bud knowledge, sorry, and we found out that like mobs weren't spawning that very specific spawn chunk because of spawn protection. So I had to let it out. You can see that there's like a couple of like snow golem trails from the escape. It was a whole mess, and I built it all the way over here in Deep Ocean biome. I did a different design, this one by Mushaden, and I gotta say, very effective. I went up there and AFK'd for just like while I was reviewing a video yesterday, actually reviewing one of the earlier days, and you can hear creepers dying, so you know it works. Isn't that just music to your ears? Yeah, so that already paid for our little gunpowder trip over here. But we've got a gunpowder farm now, finally, that's good. Lastly, this will help actually with this today, is that while I was trying to do the creeper farm, a drown started attacking me with a trident, and I'm just gonna let the clip play out. Oh, come on, really? Apparently, the first drown I killed with a trident, thank you Looting 3 investment, gave us a trident. So we just straight up have this now. So, yeah, I wanna try to get channeling on this if I can. We're very low on levels. I wonder if it's worth... I'm gonna put it to Observer. Observer! I'm gonna give you 3 options this time. We're gonna do an Allay XP farm. That option's for Endermans, and that option is for Quartz. Oh, or secret option number 4, Phantoms. Nice. Allay XP farm? Alrighty, let's do it. I did find a pillager outpost, so that might be a place to go get Allays. This is a surprisingly well-kept ship. I wouldn't even call this a shipwreck. This is just like a ship. I mean, it did sink, so like, it's not usable. But I wouldn't be disappointed if I had this ship. Alright, I guess there's treasure from it. I am gonna need the treasure eventually for, which achievement? It's like whatever the smithing in style one is, I think. What has been my favorite video to make? Oh, that's a good question. We got a little Observer Q&A here going on. Observin'. Let me get to 9-9. Well, while I prep that, I'll talk about making this video. So I made a video where I rated 100 shipwrecks and then like the buried treasures from those on No Name. And that was a very tough video. It just took exceptionally long. It you know, I don't think it performed how like I was quite hoping to, but like there's a very funny moments in those videos. Like I'm not proud of it. Kind of that was like the early instance of me doing solo commentary. I'm very often not comfortable talking to myself, at least in like, I don't know, it's hard to call this like a professional sense, but like more, like I talk to myself in the car. But that feels more like I'm going crazy. But yeah, I did that video on No Name, and I'm terrible at like doing anything else with my hands while I'm playing Minecraft. Just the worst at it. Like if I have a drink next to me, that drink, like all of the ice will melt and it'll go untouched if I'm doing anything with my hands currently. Apparently, the same was true with my tally system, because I forgot to tally how many shipwrecks I had like looted, and I went like well over 100. So, it just took exceptionally long. I don't know, it was a very, very drawn out process for that video on the second channel, but, I don't know, that's also just kind of like what I remember about, especially like starting out on this channel, is like the amount of time that I would put into like one video just to make it work, because when you don't have anything, what you do have is time. And I knew that I wouldn't be the best at a lot of the things that I did, but I knew that if I just like outworked other people, then that would be enough. Like, there's people who are better at making videos than me, absolutely. You know, I would say, like, a lot of my friends are that way. RecRap, Branzy, all those people. They're much better storytellers, YouTubers, all of that. But if I'm able to, like, outwork someone, then that's, you know, at least an asset that I have, right? And that's worked pretty well for me. I get that from my mom, actually. My mom is, like, the most... How would you define it? My mom is the most persevering person that I know. She sees something, she sets her heart to it, and she'll just, like, dedicate herself to it. And, that's very impressive. I don't have nearly that level of dedication that my mom has, that either of my parents have, really. But, like, to get a fraction of it and to get the chance to learn from them is really special. I love my parents. I don't love where this lack of pillager outposts is, that I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I want to talk about, like, my favorite video to make. I mean, it changes based off of, like, definition, right? I'd be lying if I said I didn't look back at videos that did well, in a fonder light. Cause, like, you kind of want to learn from your successes, right? You learn from your mistakes, too. But it feels good to have stuff do well, and I've had videos where I'm like, you know, I wasn't in love with it when it was being produced, and then it did well, and I was like, you know, I'm like that Thanos, like, perhaps I treated you too harshly. But, like, I mean, there's different things that I enjoy for different reasons. There's some videos where I really like the concept of them. I really did like the concept of the original, like, having no textures thing. Like, I thought that was a lot of fun. The hat video that we did for the mod showcase, where we reviewed all the hats in the fashion show, that's probably one of my recent favorite videos. So many of the things that we've done on Skippy T, I just love. The buckshot roulette video I thought was a lot of fun. What's one that, like, I like to rewatch? The hat video, definitely. You have to kind of space that out because, like, when you remember jokes, then it's, like, kind of ruins the punchline of it. But that one definitely sticks out. It was the video where Dan and I ruined the Minecraft event. The Minecraft Saturdays, I believe it was called. We just, like, didn't pay attention to what we were supposed to be doing or anything, and we just built a statue of Ninja every time, and that, to me, was such a funny video. I liked it a lot. I mean, that video also came out at a time where, like, I had taken a break from YouTube and stuff, and, like, I knew that working my way back into doing it was gonna be, like, a slow grind, but I was excited for it. And, surely enough, it was a slow grind, and I did work my way back into it, and then, like, later that year, I hit 1 million subscribers, which was obviously a crazy milestone. It's crazy to think about that now, you know, especially in, like, the context of, like, where we're at. Yeah, that's another thing, too. I don't think people... It's amazing how quickly your brain adapts to, like how quickly you kind of find, like, a new normal. I notice it all the time with YouTube, where, like, you know, you're starting out and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that a video got, like, 10,000 views. And then, like, later on, you're like, oh, I'm sad that video only got 10,000 views in the first hour or whatever. And it's like, that's so crazy how quickly we get jaded. I wonder if it's, like, the same, almost, like, evolutionary response as, like, you know, you're supposed to get sick of foods, so then you, like, move on and don't eat the same foods all the time. I wonder if it's like that, where it's like if you were happy with something in perpetuity, then, like, you would never strive for more. I get some of that, but I also think, like, it's really important to keep perspective. You know, we told the story with the J episode where I was like, oh, I did a video with Dan, and then, like, he took my subscriber count from, like, 200 to 300 subscribers in a day, and that was, like, the craziest thing to me. And then I remember in school, it was September of that year, school had started back up, I just start getting, like, a lot of notifications on my laptop. We were supposed to be doing something in history class, and I was like, what in the world is going on? And it turns out what was going on was that I had been shown, one of my videos was shown at the end of a Mark Brown from Game Maker's Toolkit did a video that was like, at the end of every video, it's Mark Recommends. And that was it. I was one of the things that he recommended. And like that day, I like recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and then that day, I was at 2,000. And I remember it coincided with like a very eventful time in my life. My family fosters, and we had just recently had a placement of a few foster girls, and like that was incredibly exciting, but also like no sleep. Like my mom had surgery around that time, and like the girls that we had were given to us at like 8 months old, 2 years old, and 5 years old. And just like that, those are all age ranges that require like a lot of attention. And it was split. My mom had surgery, and all of a sudden she couldn't just like rock the infant to sleep, the baby. And so that fell on me. So I remember like my junior year of high school, one night in particular, there's the Pillager Outpost. I just had to like wake up and try to, get this baby to go to sleep. And she, poor thing, just like could not. Like, I remember we were crying. She was crying. I felt like crying because it took so long. We were at like 4 a.m. and she hadn't fallen asleep. She would just like cry herself to sleep, and I'm just like, I don't know how to help you. She soaked through my shirt in tears, and I was like, this is very sad. They don't even have the allays here. I guess we're gonna go find another Pillager Outpost. That sucks. I don't know, I'm just killing these for fun. I guess it upgrades my my stuff a little bit. But yeah, I was not getting a lot of sleep. I was dropping the ball on a couple of different things. I like dropped out of the honor society, not because my grades slipped, but just because like I couldn't attend meetings. And I was like, I don't know. I would tell my teachers straight, like I'm going through a lot right now. My family's going through a lot. And I remember us being at a mall. I think we had like, that was our first night trying a babysitter. So like, there's a babysitter watching the girls. My mom, my dad, and I are all just at like a Johnny Rockets, which is not a good restaurant. But we're at a Johnny Rockets at the mall. And we're just sitting there and all exhausted and just like talking about how crazy it is to see this like subscriber count go up like this, right? And I mean, that's still crazy. It's still a very big number. But all of that to say, like when you put that in perspective, like that was 1,000 subscribers gained in a day, and then like during this July series, like we've already had days where we've gained 10,000 in a day. It's like that's such an I can't fathom that number. So I don't know. That's a lot of like tangents that spawned from that original question of like what was my favorite video to make. And I think as long as I'm just making videos, I'm finding new favorites. This is a meadow. Can I do... Oh, if I could get the skeleton to kill a creeper, I can get this achievement. I don't know how weak it needs to be. That's pretty softened up. Shoot it. What if I put it in a boat? Okay, now just shoot me through the boat. Come on. No. Ah! Cat, sweet. Die. Thank you for your help, you must die. And then I do this. That was pretty cool, Observer, you gotta admit. Yeah, let's bust it down real quick. Alright, I suppose I'll fly back base side and then just see if there's anything I can pick up on the way. There's the gunpowder farm. So then home is this way? This way. Oh. No. Oh, man. Off we go. Observer, we got a ways to go. I don't know what to tell you. I was like, oh, we're gonna go find allays. We found no allays. The Pillager Outpost had nothing. We're gonna find other wolves. We did not. Total B location, we might still be able to do. I'd like to get that today. Let me get my sugarcane for more rockets, please. Oh, you know what? I have a story about Minecraft April Fool's updates. Obviously, Minecraft is famous for doing these, like, really elaborate April Fool's pranks. And when I was young, I definitely fell for one. They were showing off, you know, Minecraft 2.0, that snapshot, and the way that they did it is they gave it to Mindcrack, which for those of you who aren't familiar, that was, like, basically the precursor to, not precursor, but, like, that was one of, like, the very early things along the vein of, like, Hermitcraft. And, a lot of, like, the former Mindcrack people are on Hermitcraft. Like, it was started by Generic B, who, like, was on Mindcrack. It was, you know, like, BOO was on Mindcrack. Whole bunch of people. Basically, they did this prank where they were like, oh, we got early testing of this, which was believable because they're big YouTubers. And we got the server, and it was Seth Bling playing on it, and it was like Seth Bling had joined. And that's how I heard about it, was that I loved Seth Bling, and I was like, oh, Seth Bling joined Mindcrack, awesome. So I'm watching this. Cool. And they're like, also, you're gonna be able to join Mindcrack. Reach out to Etho's lab, and you can hear your way to join. And Etho wasn't in that episode, like that like day one fake thing that they did. So I was like, oh my gosh. I remember calling up my friend and being like, dude, we're gonna be able to join Mindcrack. I'm gonna reach out to them and like, maybe we'll join. As if they would just take like any random, you know, 12-year-old with like no experience in the game or like content creation to be like, guys, I found the next member. So I remember I was so excited. I was like, this is it. Like I've made it. We're about to be a part of Mindcrack. I was not a part of Mindcrack. Would you believe it? All right, I'm switching our plan today. We're gonna bring a Strider back to the overworld, do the lava thing. Subspace Bubble, have to travel what, like 1,000 blocks to then be able to place the obsidian to do it? I think that's right. Those are all possible today, so I'm gonna do those instead, and then I'll do the other stuff tomorrow after I do some grinding. Yeah, I got enough netherite scrap. I can make country load. Is it cobblestone or just stone? It's chiseled stone bricks. Why wouldn't it be? Just to make it even more annoying. And compass. Yeah, baby! Redeemed! Cool. Bring a Strider into the overworld. You got it. That was a little early to drink it. I guess we gotta bring it now. Ow, okay. Leash, please. There we go. No! Sorry. Oh, yep, you die on the... Okay, well that's a little sad. They die on lava because they walk on it. That's sad. Strider die! Nope, okay. You didn't die, at least. That's a marked improvement. Us at corporate, we're seeing that as a huge plus. Come on. Let's ride. Yes! Okay, let's just, finagle. Yeah, baby! A saddle and a name. What are we thinking? I kind of like Futon, because I put my foot on him. I don't think it'll despawn. I mean, I could put it in a boat. There you go. Alright, Futon, stay safe. Let's get subspace bubble. I'm going to make this here. Lodestone, attach. Now I have my way back. Alright, I basically just have to go, like, a few thousand blocks. That's nothing hard with the elytra. There's a lot more quartz over here. I should go this way more. Alright, just go another few thousand blocks. That's a lot of gold. I guess I'll come back here later, because I am gonna need some other stuff from the Piglin fortresses, but yeah. This should work. See you later. Booyah! What if I just like found the pillager outpost out here? I guess it's not. I guess crazier things have happened. Let me at least do a perimeter check. No, I'm in Savannah Village and stuff, but yeah. Do I want to bring a zombie by this savannah village and make some zombie villager? What if you lost your only guard in the night? Wouldn't that be scary? The Twilight Zone. Imagine a world where your only guard is killed by a red blob on top of a tree. It'd be a little scary, wouldn't it? Well, that's what's just so happened to this guy right here. No, no, no. Go ahead. Start quick. You're not gonna... Really? I thought you would... You're going after me? That's why you're not going after the villager? That was prime... God, you can lead a zombie to brains, but you can't make it have one. You're going to burn, dummy. Get in the boat. You get in the boat. I'll give you a roof. Attack the villager. You're so dumb. Attack the villager. Yes! Ah, finally! Zombie doctor, baby! Do I have, like, extra iron beds and stuff? Let me make this go faster. Here, this is probably his bed. Hey, man, congrats. There's a bed for you. I don't know if it just, like, counts to just have them be here, period, so we'll try that. Ow, okay, you don't appreciate what I'm doing for you here now. That's mean. There you go, maybe that'll make you a little nicer. Nothing like being walled in with your bed, huh? There you go. Cure yourself. See if there's anything else I can do around this area while that's unzombifying. Any pillager outposts, maybe? Yes! Are you serious? No, but they don't have a laze, are you kidding me? What a waste. You're ugly plus ratio. Da-da-ba-da! I gotta fly back regardless. I guess this is just kind of doing that in a zigzag formation. Futon, there you are. Okay, let's do the lava track for you. I guess I gotta make, what, something 50 blocks? What a stand-up guy that I am, by the way. Clearing up the nether and then also making it feel like home for our new guest. I mean, I pat myself on the back for that little bit of kidnapping thing. It's nighttime, I can go get total B-location. Let me do that first. I'm gonna take this one, and I hope that's fine. Yes! Ah, finally! Here, you can live where you want to. Okay, now to go place lava. This actually, I've never done this advancement. I guess I didn't even think that it existed. That's why I didn't know how to do it. This is a cool one. Oh, Futon, you're gonna love this so much. Let me not have I did place it on myself. I was like, I don't want to accidentally place grass on myself. Very much did. Very much did. Okay, Futon. I know you don't like that boat, but I promise you you'll like it better in a second. Time to take you sledding, buddy. There you go! All right. Off. Well, that's 50 blocks. Does it have to be full source blocks? I believe that is full source blocks. Come on, Futon. I'm not touching anything. Thank you! Oh! Ba-ba-da-da! Alright, buddy, you can stay there. I'm not going to. And folks, that's gonna be it for day 14. This is where we're at with the image. Thank you so much for watching. And we're gonna keep working towards that camo achievement. I guess I just need a thunderstorm. So whenever I can find it, believe me, you're gonna be seeing me get that. Oh, and have a good one, alright?